Hello, hello. I think I'm live. Yoo-hoo. Well, I promised you guys that I will try and be back before Christmas. And now I was thinking that Friday might be a little bit busy day, and Saturday, for my part, is a little bit more busy because I always procrastinate the cleaning of the house. So I kind of know that I'm going to be cleaning like a freak on Saturday. So I was thinking, I've been watching the whole day if Kathy Berg is going to come live. I think I heard a rumor on their Tuesday stream that they're gonna come live, but now I've been waiting and waiting, and I'm not sure if they're gonna live stream. But I'm sorry if I interrupt their schedule. I'm just thinking it's 9 o'clock here in Denmark, so I'm just gonna go live. Remember that I started I think I called it Shuffle the Sheet, and it was this and it's still on the table. I want to shuffle around these drawings here and then just randomly work on them. And I think it's such a wonderful project because that's just what I need at this moment here, like something fairly not so committing, something where I could just jump back and forth. But I store it in this miserable box, and it has been on my desk for 3 weeks, and I think it looks so super miserable that I should decorate it. So what's going to happen on the this stream here is that I'm gonna see how far I can get. Well, we got the whole family got their COVID test. It was just something that we bought at the pharmacy, and then none of us got the virus, but what we got is this nice sheet of paper with the instruction of the test, and it can just be utilized to cover up my desk. So happy happy reuse of some trash. We like that. I think I should give it a coat of gesso. And first I was thinking to be super brave, and go on top of this with acrylic paint, but I kind of chickened out because oh, I need to remove this sticker. I don't think it's nice to paint on top of this plastic sticker. Now I changed my mind. Hi, Kimberly. It arrived. Yay. But I'm waiting till Christmas. Is there anything you want from Florida? Oh my god, I want some of the good weather you have in summer. No, thank you, Kimberly. It's so sweet of you. You know what? I am like the richest person in the world. I got everything. I got everything. And what I don't have, I can dream of and find substitutes for. So thank you for a sweet offer, but I got the what I need. I'm just happy that the envelope arrived before Christmas. Um, yeah, I shipped out a bunch, and I think they should start trickling in different mailboxes these last days up to Christmas. But talk about a close shave, right? If you don't get any mail on Saturday, then we actually only have tomorrow before it's too late. But it's okay. But yeah, back to this idea about what to do on this box. First, I was thinking like, hey, I could just glue a lot of ephemera collage things on it. But then I was thinking, why don't I try and paint something instead? Because what's going to be inside this box is going to be drawings and not so much collage stuff. So it could be cool if I could pull myself together and then paint a painting on top of this box, kind of to illustrate that this is the box where we put the paintings in, the drawings in. Oh yeah. So when I decided that no, I'm gonna paint something instead of collaging stuff on it, I of course was thinking about acrylic. And then now I'm chickened out of that idea because ah, I'm super rusty with that acrylic paint. I'm a little bit intimidated by the acrylic at the moment. So my second choice is that I'm gonna try and do this in gouache. Yeah, gouache on top of gesso, Lena. Oh yeah, we're living life dangerously. But I'm gonna try and do it on top of gesso with gouache, and then when it's hopefully done and it's looking like a masterpiece that we don't need to cover up with a bunch of collage as plan A or plan B, I will try and coat it with Dorland wax. So yeah, it's an experiment that I want to do for myself also. Like can you spray fixative the gouache? I don't think that you can, but maybe you can come on top of it with Dorland wax. I don't know. I never Dorland waxed gouache, so yeah, this experiment just serves that purpose also. Okay, now you might think that why not choose something easy to paint on top of this? That the I don't know why I'm so wacko. The only thing I want to paint at the moment is something that's really difficult. So and also doing it in gouache is gonna be like impossible. So I think that I'm just gonna make like a cartoon rendition, like a really loose rendition of a very particular painting that has been on my mind for a couple of days. You see, it's kind of dangerous to ask questions and figure out the answers. And for some odd reason, I was uh, I was asking myself the question: how come that it's called Europe? I mean, who invented the word? You know that the continent I live in is called Europe. Who got that idea? Because it used to be occupied by the Roman Empire, you know. So I was just pondering about it, and then when I learned the result, I was like, "Oh my god!" So check this out. Well, there is this Greek myth about a woman, actually a goddess. Her name was Europe, and she got hijacked and raped by a white bull that jumped into the sea and swam her to Minotaurus near Crete in Greece. And then, for some oddball reason, they just started also to call the mainland Greece for Europe. And then later, didn't take long, they just called everything north of Greece for Europe. So that's how the word Europe was welded into common common speech. And I think that's the most crazy piece of history that I have ever heard. That our continent is named after this poor damsel in distress who got hijacked and raped by a bull. I mean, why why did they have to name a whole continent after that legend or myth? I have no clue. But I think that it's kind of fun that outside of Europe, they might have viewed people in Europe at, oh, that's the place with that crazy bull and that damsel in distress, you know. So I actually think it's a little bit funny. And then I found that there is this awesome painter. His name is Titian. You probably have heard about him. And in year 1550, he painted the myth Europe, and he got this very famous painting. So I was thinking that it could be so cool if I could make my rendition of his very nice oil painting on top of this box. Somebody please talk me out of this. I'm setting myself up to complete failure. But I just think it's so funny, that I had to ask myself, why is it called Europe? And then it's based on something really ridiculous. And we don't even have like Greek mythology in Europe. We're like Vikings believing in Nordic gods and everything. So in Nordic and Scandinavian beliefs, for many many years there was like this Nordic mythology, and then we switched to Christianity. So I don't think that we have been close to anything um like Greek mythology in that vast amount that you could call the whole region Europe. But let me see if I somehow can. Let's see. You do the most interesting things, and they always come out beautiful. Thank you. Hi, Kathy Aber. Oh, I'm so glad that you're here. Kathy, I was thinking about digging out the acrylics today, but I have to disappoint you. I chickened out. I think I can control gouache a lot better than acrylic. But yeah, let's take a look at that very crazy image that I want to paint on top of this box. Let me see if I can I turn my camera if I do like I wish I was so fancy that I had like split screen and everything. Maybe this will do. I found the depiction of Titian's painting painted 1550 from Isabella Seward Gardner's museum, where the painting called Titian, The Rape of Europe, is hanging at the moment. Isn't it beautiful? I mean, oh my god, I have to control my screens here. Okay, this, and now I have to switch back so you guys can see the painting. Okay, I'm just gonna put my camera right there and hope for the best. We do like this. Isn't it beautiful? Oh my god, it is so beautiful. Well, what we can see here is that according to the legend, this is a god that there are two versions of the legend. One of the legends starts with this is a god and he decided to come down to earth and play with a herd of cows on this bank right here. The other legend starts like this, that the goddess Europe is already standing on the seashore next to the cows, and he is entering from his stellar home, Earth, to transform himself camouflaged as a cow to, yeah, kind of get to know this goddess Europe better. I don't know which legend I want to believe, but the first one sounds more like plausible, like this Greek god sitting up in the Olympia, thinking that hey, I just want to go down to Earth and play a little bit. So he transforms himself into this white, really like masculine white cow, and then this goddess right here, her name is Europe. She's walking around the field, and then she spot this white bull and think like, oh my god, he is so beautiful. So she walks up to the bull, and he seems kind of tame. So she plays and flirts a little bit with him, and he tries to seduce her a little bit. And she make a wreath out of flowers and put it between his horns. And then suddenly he jumps into the water and swim her out to the ocean. And they stop at an island called Minotaur. You know, that's like the Minotaur island society that was founded because he arrived with her there. And on that island, guys, she give birth to their kids because she kind of got raped by this bull, you know. But I am thinking that I cannot stop looking at this painting here and kind of think it's a little bit humoristic because we have this herd remaining back on the shore thinking like, what the hell are you doing, you know, in the water? And she's waving that red scarf trying to indicate like, help, I'm getting kidnapped. And then we have some cherubs up here. I have no idea what they're why they're there, other than it could be Amor and his love arrows. So they're kind of trying to illustrate to us that these two are going to make love because they are there. And then the danger is depicted in the water with this dragon, this sea monster, trying to tell us that she is actually in danger of either drowning, or it's just dangerous for her to be out at sea on the back of this wild cow. But isn't that an awesome painting? Let me see. Now I'm getting back to to the regular screen. You love that style? Yeah, me too. Yeah, and I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna fail so big, with this. I'm not gonna get anything near this style. But hey, I'm willing to try and make a gouache rendition of this, because otherwise, oh my god, what happened to my picture? Okay, otherwise, I will always, first when I get an idea, I have to do it, because then every time I pick this box up, I will think about not having the guts to try and do my rendition of Europe, uh, the rape of Europe. So yeah, I'm just gonna jump into it, even though it's kind of a hefty project. Okay, now I'm trying to align up my computer to give me a split screen so I can see chat and the wonderful painting from Titian at the same time. Okay, I think I managed to do now. Sorry for the waiting. But the waiting is good because we are actually waiting for this gesso to kind of dry. I'm just gonna hit it with a heat gun for a little while to make sure that it's completely dry. So cover your ears. Oh, you're welcome, Kimberly. If you could hear it. Okay, I actually think that it's dry to the touch. Okay, let's begin. Well, I'm just gonna attack it like in two stages. First, I'm gonna go in with a background coat of color, and then on top of that color, I'm gonna do my sketch. So it's gonna be a little ass backwards as than people maybe used to. And I'm working with Himi Mia Gouache. I really love this palette. It's just sparks joy to see all the colors squeezed out. So let me see. We definitely need something that's like a cerulean blue, right? And we need like a bunch of it. So I'm just gonna take something off there. Oh, don't you just hate these? Have to do like this. I'm thinking, what do I see? I also see some sort of sea green, like a Yeah, a sea green is a good color name. I think I can get close to that with a viridian. So I'm gonna deposit some viridian. It's a tongue twister for me. And then ochre galore. Oh my god, there's like the whole island is just look like it's made out of raw sienna and ochre. So we got the ochre. And then we got Van Dyke brown, Hooker's green, and a tinted black with some warm tones in it. Could when I'm thinking with my gouache, could be my black gouache with some warm red in it. Yeah, I'm gonna go for that. So what did I say? I say like Van Dyke brown, and then we got, and black is like taking over everything, so I don't need so much of the black, but I have to back it up with some temperature. So I think the temperature is going to be a red. Yeah. And I think I actually need a bunch of red to get it warmed up. If I'm lucky, I can make the hookers green by playing with these two colors here. So I'm just gonna try that. It's probably not gonna work. But let's say it worked. It would be so awesome because then I would have less colors in my messy palette. So I'm just testing out the viridian mixed up with the ochre and see if I am content. Yeah, and then if I take some of the blue that I already have and mix into that also. Yeah, can you see? Can you see it? I can see it. I can make it work. Yeah. That would be good because then I would use like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 colors plus white, of course. So that would be good. Very good. A good choice. As if I know what I'm talking about. I'm basically just winging it. Okay, I need a bunch of white and I don't want to pick it up from my palette. So I'm just going to deposit some chunk of white random places because trust me, I will be using it. So I'm not even afraid of. I got a little bit of green there. Okay, I'm just going to start by do a little bit step out here on the blue so I have that kind of nice light blue. And then I take my spatula. Okay, I'm gonna take you guys all the way so you know all the steps that I'm doing and what I'm thinking. Can you see I have the color on my spatula? I'm just gonna place it up here. Nope. Can you see it's the wrong blue? What we need is an ultramarine. So that's how you test if you got like the right or the wrong blue. So let me start all over, but this time with an ultramarine. But no worries, I can use the cerulean for the sky area. I'm just trying to prep some of the colors. Is it there yet? Okay, I got it here. So I put it next to, ooh, I can use that. Can you see for the mountains? A little bit of the green down here. Yeah, that's acceptable. I'm really gonna make you guys seasick. Yeah, so note to self, the mountains is a mix of ultramarine and white. And the ocean cerulean with viridian, and then just plain cerulean with a touch of ultramarine on the sky. And then there is these you won't believe me if I don't show you. There is like ochre colored clouds. I see ochre right there. Ochre, 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 ochre. Yeah, I'm saying ochre because I don't have raw sienna in my gouache. So that's a bunch of ochre in now I'm thinking, okay, what happens if we mix a little bit of orange into that ochre? Can we uh can we get something that's a little bit more interesting? I would be really sad having so much ochre. Yeah, I like that. You probably can't see it in the camera because it's very minute, but this one is kind of more muddy, and that is like a brighter, a little bit brighter, happier, a happy ochre. Is there such a thing? It feels happier to look at. Okay, I'm gonna roll with that to start with, and then you need to feed the dog. That's just cool. And then I like to work with like a really damped brush when I work with gouache. So I always have issues about getting the right amount of liquid on my brush. So I cheat a little bit by misting the surface instead of putting water on my brush. It's like a little detour. But some people are like really skilled at know exactly how much moist they got on their brush. I'm not there yet. I think I'm gonna start up in the corner and then just whoosh away. I'm gonna dip it into water to get it more liquid. And then we're gonna steal some of that white. My white got a different consistency than the rest of my gouache because I had to buy a refill of it. And I kind of think it's a little bit annoying working with two consistence. Like one is more chunkier than the other. But I just have to remember to mix a little bit of water into my white every time I need to use it. So when you buy refills to these Himi gouache, you cannot count on getting the same jelly gouache consistency. At least I couldn't. So okay, now we're getting close to something with mountains. I'm still confident that I can continue with at least some blue over here. And remember, I'm just laying down some colors. It's not going to be um, how it's gonna look. It's just the underpainting. That's what I want to say. We got some mountains over here, and then she comes in, and then we have that ochre sky. Should we? Okay, we're gonna put a little bit while it's wet, a little bit of the ochre sky formation in. I will have to mix in some white in that, but I can try. Let's see. Those damn chirrups, they're making my head spin. I'm not sure if I can make them. I have never seen ochre skies. I think it's because the painter, it was painted in 1550. There might not have been all the fancy pigments that we can get today. So, in lack of more expensive pigments, yellow, for instance, Titian might have grabbed the earth color for the clouds. I don't know. I just think it's an odd choice, but hey, there might be something symbolic behind it. Who knows? We're talking about the era where it was forbidden to paint with purple, and all that shenanigan. So there might have been something. Hi, Janet. We're decorating a box. And oh man, I was thinking about decorating it with ephemera, just matte medium ephemera, until it hit me that, hey, I'm not gonna have like collage things in it. So why not, instead of collaging it, why not paint on it since I'm gonna keep drawings and paintings in it? But I might be setting myself up to to a bigger task than expected. Okay, I want something, some light and stuff in this. How can we do that? What if we gave just an edge here? Okay, now I'm thinking that the sun is above these ochre skies. So I want that edge of an illusion that there is pure light above these skies. I might achieve it better if I actually made the center of the sky more dark, you know, that would kind of frame in the highlight. Like up here, like the illusion is more clear up here somehow. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna figure out if we take like burnt sienna and ultramarine, we use the ultramarine and we have the brown. Guys, maybe we can actually make our gray tone out of what we have on the palette. So I take a little bit of the ultramarine and then this brown thing here. And then I add some white. Yeah, that works for me. We can do this color here. It's like a warm gray. Oh man, that's too light. Can you see that? We need it more dark. I'm gonna take a smidgen of the black. Is it this? That looks like really dark to me. Okay, I'm gonna test it here. No, that's actually the right um what's it called? Darkness. Okay, how is the illusion going on here? We need maybe some of the contrast over here. I'm sorry for being so quiet. I'm really thinking a ton. Okay, that one should be more dark right there. Okay, and then back with a slimmer brush. Let's see, what do we have? We have a, this one can do. Oh man. I don't know about you guys, but I don't find it easy to make clouds. Yeah, I can do the ones with the paper towel. I think we all can. You know, it's just lifting a cloud. But really making painting a cloud is just hmm. But if you don't do it, okay, I know it looks a little bit stark, but I'm gonna whip it up with my other brush. Because you see, I got a dry brush here with no liquid on it. I have to work a little bit fast because I don't want this gouache to dry. Because then it's gonna dry with an edge, you know, and that's just not what I would like. Okay, I'm content with that sky. God damn it! With the dry brush, I think I'm gonna brush in some white um, slopes on some of these mountains in the distance. Just starting very slowly to build it up. I think it can be even whiter than this. Something like this. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me read chat. You're back. Okay. How is it that Lena can make cardboard cardboard look so good? Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I know. I read it, Kathy, that it's easy with acrylics. I'm freaking scared of acrylic. You know what? I tried to do skin tone with acrylic recently. Did not have a nice painting session at all. I was like Bambi on ice. It was an uncomfortable painting session. Also because what I wanted to do was to rush through skin tone and then so I could start with all the fun things, you know, by using markers and whatnot. So I was thinking easy peasy, I just need to like flesh out with acrylic and then we can start using fun markers and stuff. And then it just took eons. And then after I guess 2.5 hours, you heard me. After 2.5 hours, I just had to put the painting aside and leaving the acrylic pen work to the next day. But I was just being stubborn, you know, like I kept on and I kept on and I kept on. And the piece of paper was getting thicker and thicker and thicker. But never give up. But it was such a scary experiment that I was thinking like, oh my god, I'm totally out of loop with that acrylic. And is there such a thing? I think yes. I think that you can be, you know, become a little bit rusty when there's something that you haven't played with for a while. Okay, let's concentrate about this sea shoreline here. It's already dried up, so I'm gonna mist it one more time. I just Also gonna miss my palette. Okay, I'm gonna rinse all that blue out of my brush in a moment, but I'm just gonna see if I can wipe it clean like this so we kind of use up all the pigments. Okay, I had an illusion about mixing in some Viridian to get a sea green. Oh, don't you just love it? Oh, look, my colors on the screen is not showing up as I see them. Yeah, we have water here, guys. Water. Man, that's a beautiful, beautiful turquoise and that sea green. They're like best friends, and now it becomes a little bit more like hookers greenish over here, almost like it's in the some sort of a shade or something. Hej Lars, jeg streamer.
Okay.
Okay. Hvor skal du hen? Hvor skal du hen?
Jeg ved ikke, det er bare klar.
Nå, okay.
Jeg tager afsted i morgen.
Ja. Oh my god, I thought he was leaving. You know, it's 9 o'clock here in Denmark, and we are having like they call it the worst storm in 8 years. But I think we're a bit lucky in our end of the country because to us it's just like a wild winter storm. It's not like ferocious. But knock on wood, it, it can still change its mind. Okay, for those guys, oh, thank you, Kathy. Um, we are all slackers if we don't paint our Amazon boxes like this. Oh man. Okay, for those guys just coming in, the painting I'm looking at is painted by Titian. It's this one right here. And the reason why I have to get that illustration on my box is because I was so stupid to ask myself, how come that Europe is called Europe? I mean, who made up that name? And then I investigated it, and then it turns out that it's like a Greek mythology legend about a woman who got raped and kidnapped by a white bull, and then they founded the island Minotaurs. Her name is Europe, and that's why they call my end of the world, the continent I live on, for Europe. We are named after this damsel in distress. And the title of Titian's painting is The Rape of Europe. Can it be more expressive? I mean, if that ain't drama, I don't know what. So I thought it was a little bit funny, that we are not so sophisticated that there is some sort of heroic tale behind why it's called Europe. It's actually based on a rather crazy story, a legend about a woman getting kidnapped by a white bull, and then after the bull rapes her, she gives birth to two sons that are looking like half man, half cow, with horns and everything. So yeah. Okay, I have to come in with something ochreish over here, and here on this shoreline, I really hope that I can draw in a bunch of cows that are looking at the cow over here, thinking like, "What the hell are you doing out in the water?" So I think I will ease my way into this ochre landscape over here. Hi, CB. I'm glad you're here. I got a Christmas card from CB. Look, isn't it beautiful? I love it. Thank you so much, CB. I love it so much. You did so good on this card. I also got a card from Teresa Petersman, and look how beautiful it is with all the layering. I love it so much. Okay, I need to cover up my address because I want to show you something funny. You know how she always cuts out from something random and then she makes an envelope out of it? Yeah, a face arrived in my mailbox. Isn't it hilarious? Oh, I love it so much. Oh, and these cards are inspired by Kathy Arbor. Kathy Arbor made a stream, and I think she called it "You're Gonna Love This." Oh, if you're here, Kathy, and oh, you're a mod also. Maybe you can put in the link to your stream where you're making these cards for gift tags and whatnot. You know, like awesome tags. I was trying it out, and it's actually such a fun painting process. Kathy shows how you just draw on a long piece of paper something very simple, and then when you cut and slice it up you can make it into like the cutest gift tag ever. And I love when you said that, oh guys, don't make such a big thing out of these cards because you're just gonna hate life if you see that people are throwing them out. That really cracked me up because I can imagine if you just went like super detailed, crazy, spending a lot of time on each tag, and then people are just gonna throw it out with the wrapping. that that's one of those things that could like happen in my house. So I made mine super simple. Okay, I'm going back to this fan brush here. Oh, that's good. Thank you, Kathy. Um, I will never make so many of the same card again. Oh my god, it is like Ford Car Factory. I've tried that CB where mine was with a snowman. Oh my god, it was really there was like not a lot of joy behind my card making that year. So it's not fun when you have to like make 100 or 1,000. Okay, I need to make some sort of an island with a little mountain, and it have like this meadow or whatnot. So this is the slope side. So we have something that looks like a mountain, something here. I'm gonna do nicer on this shoreline. Can I be so lucky that I can reuse what's on this brush? I think I can pre-print the shoreline in just a little bit. Okay, it's nicely prepped. It's gonna work. Over here, Titian is totally switching the colors. He's going like very dark to um yeah, what I'm thinking, I'm just talking out loud. I don't know if this is correct. He's going to paint a white bull with a damsel in distress dressed in a white toga. So what I think that he's doing is that he is surrounding the area to highlight the bull and the lady because he wants to show us what we should be aware of. So what I can see is that he has played a little bit with the values. So she is the first priority with her spread legs because she has almost clean titanium white. The bull is pushed back with it's like grayed up and muddied up, but he's still important. And then he's like the whole both of these two are in this area that's kind of dark to make them stand out. So these cherubs will not steal the focal point of the painting. So if he had made these cherubs' wings like titanium white and they were like cream butter white, your eyes would go directly to these naked kids in the sky, and it would be a confusing to look at the painting thinking, why do we need to pay attention to two naked kids in the sky? Even though I kid you not, I sure would if I was walking today and I saw something. Okay, I need to not contaminate too much of this white. So now I'm just gonna very loosely sketch out how I think that bull is going to be on my box. So I can use the gouache around it. And it's just gonna be like a really loose, not gonna look so much. Oh my god, he placed the eyes. That was a weird choice. Okay, Titian chose to place the cow's eyes like you would on a human, like in the center of the face and not on the side of the the face. Maybe it's because it's a Greek god. This is just not an ordinary cow. It's a Greek god who has transformed himself into a white bull and descent to earth. Now I'm losing people. Now I'm slowly losing people. Okay, now comes the damsel in distress. I think she's having her legs spread because it's kind of a way to illustrate the rape of her later on. But I don't need to be that expressive on my box here because I actually feel sorry for the poor woman. So I think that I'm just gonna give her uh less spread legs. But I do like that she's having like a fat and bulky, like she's like really thick. Chubby is the word I'm looking for. Which was cool back then because that was a sign of wealth and well-being. Like if you could afford to feed your wife, so she was chubby, you were a rich man. So I guess that my hobby must be like really well set off. I love that she's got that chubby stomach. I don't like that she's showing a breast, so I'm just gonna cover up her chest because it's my box. I do like that she's got that grip around the one of the horns of the bull. She's got her hands. Oh my god, I can't wait. I'm gonna make his horn like golden. Oh, Titian, damn it. Look, Titian, he's got like really small horns on his bull. I would have loved if he would have given it like really like so we could go nuts with the gold pen. Dang it. Hallelujah. Now we got this weird head. Mm. Okay. It's a slanted head, chin up, looking back. And I guess she's got that face expression of horror. And I think she is looking towards the shoreline to see if anybody's gonna help her. Oh, how do we do that? Okay, I want her head turned because she's looking towards the shoreline. You see the vein in her neck stand out, and she's chubby, so she's got like an extra chin. I think I would place her head somewhat like this, and then the nose. You would be able to see the nostrils. because she's turned a turned head looking towards shoreline. You would have like an ear really low down here. This is jawline. Okay, she looks like a skeleton. I know, I know. I need to pretty her up with hair. And then she's having that arm, Little Miss Europe. Where's the elbow? The elbow, the joint is bent right here, right? So the arm would go, and then she's got that obnoxious foreshortened bend because she's actually holding some sort of a scarf with almost closed fists, which I think is so cool that he chose that because it symbolizes anxiety, like. And then the scarf moves like blowing in the wind. And then back down here. And all of this is hair. And then this is a dress. Okay. Oh my god. I hope I can paint it in. I hope that I can do this. But that's sort of what we see, what I see. I want to I know that she's going to be very white. So I want to lift off some of the gouache. Can I go in with a baby wipe? I did put clear gesso on the top of the box. Yeah, it's a dark story. Hi, Dar. I think I can go in with a baby wipe. Oh my god, look, that's a miracle. But I had to ask, I was asking myself, why is Europe called Europe? Because the Roman Empire was dominant in my continent for a long time. So, to begin with, I was thinking that it was some Greek mythology residue from that time era. But I was quite surprised when I learned about the whole storyline. I think it's a very violent storyline. Okay, she's got okay, we did not even address the end of the bull. Like she should be like lying on the bull, on the back of the bull right here. I'm completely messing up my sketch lines. Oh, I am so lucky that I can lift it off. I think it would be annoying to wrestle with because she is so white in the painting, and I've got all these colorful undertones. But the fun thing is to what to do next when it dries up, because I would need to seal it somehow with wax, Dorland wax. Okay, most of her face is actually in the shadow, so except for the chin, Um, and the forehead. So I'm just gonna leave the blue on the rest of the face instead of the forehead and the chin. Okay. I don't trust that one bit. I'm gonna go in with clear white gesso and remove some of that blue from the body, because then I'm like 100% sure that it's removed. I'm gonna heat set this so I don't lift up some of this cardboard box here. So that's the only way to be like really sure. Because I think I will follow Titian's idea of letting her be the brightest titanium white on the painting so that your eye will kind of focus on her first. Then she's got like this weird outfit on. She's lying in a toga. Okay, I'm just gonna color in the whole toga. And then we need to be a little bit careful about this highlight right here. Oh man, hands and fingers. They're there. Okay, and then we have some toga clothing going on. Actually, also here. I'm sorry for not talking so much. Um, I really adore that white highlight on her forehead. Okay, what to do about this? Why do they have to be like naked hands and feet? What's wrong with you, woman? Why couldn't you wear shoes? But she does not have any shoes on. Okay, I got her blocked in. Janet, right? Her family's coming for Christmas dinner and they're gonna eat like pigs. Yeah, she's all sprawled out. No, it looks really weird. But now we can go crazy with the dark colors around her. And one of the coolest thing about acrylic is that you can really start out super dark and then trust that you can come on top of it with a brighter color. So I'm just gonna give myself, it's black mixed with red. It gives you this warm, I can't even explain it, like a, not a dark umber, but a very warm dark color. There's a bunch on this brush. Don't take a brush like this over to your painting. So even though it's a waste of product, rinse it out. It's totally out of control to paint with such a saturated brush. So I should have mixed this with a palette knife. I'm tempted to go in with a wild deerfoot stippler. Let me see where I can find him. Something like this. Oh my god, did you see? I dropped it and then it landed on the puddle. So I'm just gonna go in and darken up the whole area. And why do I think it's odd? I think it's a little bit odd because they're still out in the ocean, but I think Titian wanted to bring highlights to the cow and Miss Europe. So that's why his waves are almost black. It's kind of, yeah, I wouldn't have done it like that if I had to do it today. Like I would probably just have used like a phthalo blue and then some mixed with something that makes it like darker. But when you look at some of the old paintings, from Paul Rubens and Piera della Francesca and Raphael and stuff like that, they all use black in a very surprisingly way. Like suddenly they have like this black background. So they were very fond of the super dark contrast. I have no clue how I'm gonna get myself saved from making this dark color into an ocean. That's what's going through my mind. At least I need to introduce the shadow over here to make it believable, right? Like, like the ocean can be dark as black. So let's try and introduce some of that over here. Scratchy, scratchy. Up here. Okay, I need to not improvise too much because it really need to somehow look like the painting when I'm done. I just want some of this extremely dark contrast elsewhere. Okay, I'm gonna rinse out that brush. Oh, thank you, Kathy. I'm I'm not so sure if I can finish it today. We'll see. We'll see. I was expecting Kathy Burke to go on. I already forgot who the guest was gonna be. But wasn't there a rumor like she was going supposedly to stream today? Okay, I'm thinking like a beast now. How can I solve this to be the ocean? Viridian? Ooh, Viridian. Ooh, that was not nice. Mixed up with Cerulean? A little bit better. Okay, I'm gonna roll with that. I need to somehow get that feeling of water into this madness right here. So I'm thinking white, of course, to make some wave foam around the moving cow because we kind of need some movements too, you know. But I would love to have like maybe we just need those whoosh 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 whoosh, you know, like scallop brushstrokes, brushstrokes making scallops to get the illusion of water because sometimes it will give you the peaks, like peaks and valleys of a wave. So let me just put Viridian, it's a tongue twister today, into this, and then we can try the scallop technique. Maybe something like really bright. Okay, I want some of that viridian right here. And I also need to do it over here on our little beach line here. Okay, let's start fiddling with the whites, shall we? We need uh we need to marry those areas right here. I'm gonna try with some dry brushing first. You can never go wrong with dry brushing on chipboard because you get that carbon material texture, you know. Ah, we're living with it. Okay, I'm gonna rinse the brush. You don't see anything listed for today. Okay, so I can just keep on streaming. Um, I'm just gonna keep on, but I have to admit that I would have the courtesy to back off if she suddenly came live. Then of course I would end because you know I've already taken some time. Okay, you can never go wrong with dry brushing. So let's try and dry brush first in some white and see if we can marry those two spots. And then my brush is like not dry. Ooh. Now it should be dry. Damn, Titian, that's really dark. Maybe. Okay, that's a good start. Let's try that scallop whoosh whoosh whoosh. I need a thin brush for that. I got this silicone tip. I'm gonna annoy the acrylic, not the acrylic, the gouache. It's still kind of wet. I am trying to make like up and down. I'm trying to annoy it. That's what I want to say. And see if I can make some sort of splishy, splashy, random And I'm just thinking like small pyramids, small peaks. Okay, and then I'm gonna try and load that silicone tip with some white and see. The stupid thing here is that it must look like extremely random, and that can sometimes be a little bit difficult, you know. But I'm willing to give it a try. All I need is that it reads as water somehow, and not like the cow climbed on to the ground. Because let's face it, Minotaur is not that far away, but it's pretty far away from the shoreline that the white bull kidnapped her from. So they won't be able to stand on the shoreline and watch the bull climb on shore of the island that's later on going to be baptized as Minotaur. Minotaur. It feels so wrong when I say it in English. Yeah, lots of strange texture going on, but it's a good helper. I'll try and lure in some of the blue here and there. See if that will brighten things up, looking like water. Right now, it's a mess. It's supposed to be a mess. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry and see how it dries. I hope it dries with the peaks and everything. I am going to come on with the white waves, but I think I need to paint the cow first. Let's see. What is the idea of underpainting? Uh, Good question. I like to, when I was working with oils, then it really made sense because then you could ground your canvas with an underpainting, let's say ochre, and then with your brush, you could actually start sketching directly on that underpainting, and with a cloth, you could remove the underpainting to emphasize that here I need a highlight and here I need a highlight. And then the whole surface got this uniform temperature, like it's like uniform somehow. So I like to use underpainting like that, but that's with oil. I can't the I don't think that I can take that technique to gouache. I'm not sure. I just think that gouache would dry up. Yeah. Okay. I want this to dry up. So I'm gonna work on the cow. I think I first gonna make the cow because she's lying on top of the cow, so it's a layering thing. Like I cannot work on her first because then I would think it was difficult to come and do the cow afterwards, for instance. So I am going to take some white and tint it with the yellow ochre and some gray mix to muddy up my white. And lucky me, I got gray right there. I'm just gonna lift this whole blob of white over here. And this is just underpainting, you could say. So I just, okay, maybe I could actually already now pick up some of this darker because she is lying like right here, right? And there is this shadow on his legs, and then underneath his ear we got a shadow uh on his breast right there, and then something here. I'm talking to you all from the kitchen. You're making meatballs. Oh, that's cool. I think this is like a white masculine bull. So I want to make him a little bit rough, like like he's got a lot of muscle or something. This is his leg. I think it's so crazy that Titian chose to paint the bull looking directly at the viewer of the painting. Like, look what I'm doing. Can you see this? So, he's got this. Oh my god, there is nothing right there. It stops right there. Okay, I can go in with some dark right here. I can see. Oh, that was too blue. Okay, he's got some fur. I don't know how to make fur. I'm pushing my luck. I'm taking my. I just need to clean my Deerfoot stippler. I think I'm gonna drag that Deerfoot stippler, like, to see if I can make some. Oh, I'm so stupid. Of course, I would need to something dark on it. Nope. It's a little bit. It's working a little bit, but doesn't doesn't bring out the illusion completely. What if I go like this? Hmm. Oh man, do I really need to sit with a small brush and do all those line works? I think I do. Bummer. Okay, we got a small brush here. Too soft of a tip. We need a brush that can hold. What about this one? Yeah. I need all his. It's gonna help me shape his figure. I hope. And then I think I can make it dark underneath the ear. And then he's got these. I think what would help right here is if I actually knew how this bull looked in real life. Oh, darn it. Did you see I picked up some blue? Not good. Oh, shoot. Okay, I'm a chicken. I want to remove that blue immediately and then just start over. Yeah, maybe I should, with a heat gun, heat set this area because I need to move down to that space now. I'm just gonna heat set this area around this place here. Most bulls are masculine. Yeah, but I have to say that I think that this bull might have a problem since he has to kidnap his his woman. Okay, I'm gonna heat set. Do we have like something that looks like a clean, just a clean brush somewhere? Oh man, that's dirty. Let me see if I got a clean fan brush just lying around. Mm, nope. Okay, I got this odd shaped brush. Now I think I can come in with some of the white of the water. It might help on the illusion of this being a swimming cow. But I needed to dry it first so it wouldn't pick up some of the blue. I think there would be like most white foam in front of him. And maybe her will dress and everything will give like a reflection in the water. Dang, it still doesn't read as water. Hey, I'm just gonna put her foot in the water so I don't have to paint her darn toes. Just like that. Maybe I can get some texture in with this brush right here. I'm still struggling with this, the texture of the bull's fur. I forgot he's got a bump too. I better get that the bump paint in. Okay, how would it be? He's almost like lying here, and then she is, you could say, lying on his bump, maybe here. Is it possible? Is it even possible? Like this is his back going this way, right? We're gonna give her a swinging toga So we will be like confused about what is bull, what is toga. Okay, I think I need to let this area leave it. Let's see. Let me click out notification. Oh, you guys are still here? Cool. I'm thinking about his head. I want to paint his head now. I need some like a smaller brush. Hmm? Maybe this one here? Yeah. Okay, he's got like a split hair on the center of his face. So it looks like all his hair is going to the side from this split. Wow, my gouache is slowly drying out. And then he's got the eyes placed in a very weird way, almost like he was a human being with them facing you. Normally cows don't have eyes that are kind of placed in front. They have eyes that are looking to the side. So it kind of throws me off a little bit if I should follow my reference or if I should just do it the way that I think I'm gonna do it the way I think would look less strange. That could be one of those things that would annoy you if you pick the box up in the future. You'll see the placement of these strange eyes. And here he's gonna have his muscle, his nose. So we need like a super super white underneath the eyes. If I can get it in. Oh my god, did you guys hear that wind gust outside my window? Maybe not. Okay, let me get in the eyes, then it's more clear what the heck is going on here. Now I need to think. You see, I want to place this eye here like a normal cow eye, like that. And then I would go like this and maybe there is something. I think I think his head looks wrong. Uh, okay, I'm gonna try with some shading and see if I can change his head shape. I think it looks a little bit off. Maybe it's just a question of shading. So let's try and shade. Shade, 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 shade. Like this is okay to me, I think. And then the white ear. white underneath here. I'm sorry for talking so much to myself. I'm trying to argue a little bit with this sketch. What's stupid is that I picked my sketch line. I didn't work on my sketch line. I just started to put in color depending on my first sketch line. I need to put it up so I can see it. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. That helped. This whole eye need to move. Darn it. There's nothing worse than having to move something dark on a white background. And I know Kathy Arbor, I can hear her out from her kitchen in acrylic. It would be easy. But with gouache, you need to be a little bit cautious because it picks up underpainting. There's something really wrong with that the head shape. Yeah, the error is on me. I should have checked my sketch before I just started to put in color. I mean, very obviously for some people, but apparently not for me. Let's see if I can rescue it. It's getting better and better. And then we need that center line back here. I'm gonna leave that eye in for just a moment, just to see if I can agree with it. I would say it would be right here. Yeah, that's at least better than before. Hi, Papa Chicken Pot Pie. It's not a boat, but we can still sing, "Hey, Mr. Tallyman, tally my bananas." I am painting a woman who's being raped by a white cow, but first she's being kidnapped. It's uh it's all because I asked myself, why do they call my continent for Europe? And then I started to study it. And then I realized that, oh my god, there's a whole story behind why we are called Europe, and it has something to do with a woman who got stolen by a god who came down from the skies dressed out as a cow, and then he seduced her and took her to sea unwillingly. So she is looking back at the shoreline where the herd of the other cows are standing, thinking, what the fuck are you guys doing? You're out in the water. Who can say no to paint such a scenery on a box? I can't. Here we need some shading here. I'm very not content with the shape of the head. Okay, I'm not gonna fuss with it. I think I should move on, and then suddenly I will see it. Could it be the jaw, the missing jawline? Oh my god, now he's getting like the face of a moose. Well, I'm slowly trying to zone in how the heck this bull's face is looking. If I'm gonna give him a jawline right there, his eyes should be here. Oh my god, I need to stop moving that eye. I think I think I should move his nostril. Oh my god, this fiddling here. Okay, let's determine that here is his nose. So right here we would have his nostril, right? He doesn't have a ring in it. I think I should leave that poor cow. Hello. Oh man. Let me see. Um Erotic art. I've heard of sex on the beach. I've never heard of nude descending staircase sex on cardboard box. Add a whole new dimension to my art experience. And I'm also a little bit disappointed in myself. Why couldn't I just, like normal people, have glued collage things on? Like, find the image of the cow and glue it on, like normal people would attack this kind of thing. But I'm going to store drawings inside this box. So you know, hopefully I won't regret having my own artwork on it. All of this area is a mystery to me. I would paint it blue. Titian got some ochre going on and whatnot. Okay, I'm gonna do an underpainting of blue, and then I'm gonna, you know, allow in some ochre just to satisfy Titian's theory of ochre having its natural place right there as a color. Even though I am a little bit skeptic. Oh, maybe Titian was thinking that it was reflection from the sky. That could be the reason why he would have ochre here. Okay, talking about the sky. I got like the strangest shoreline going on. Oh, I'm gonna hate putting in this shoreline. How tall do we want it? Up here? I would have loved if that was pushed down. Okay, I'm thinking here. I want it tall. I want it here. That's gonna look like really weird. But now it's straight. Okay, let's pull down the sky all the way down to this oh my god, then I'm painting with the watercolor, yeah, watercolor, the color of the water instead of the color of the sky. Let's bring down the the sky. I got a round sticker right there. Oh no. Oh my god, look, I got like the indent from something that's round. I'm gonna turn that into a sunset. I'm gonna allow myself artistic freedom here. I got a perfect half shape, half circle shaped right there on my shoreline. It's like luck follows the fool, right? See if we can wipe it out back to white. I hope that the camera angle is okay for you guys. I feel that it's more nice for me to not get foreshortening and whatnot of nasty painting bugs. Oh, now we can get some yellow into that damn ochre and kind of get away from the ochre because now we got a sun. But I'm still gonna play it super soft with the color palette and introduce the ochre in the color of the sun. And then a little bit of red, just a little bit. Because you know what? She's having a red scarf, so I cannot have like a too reddish a sunset because it's gonna look weird with a red scarf in the background. Oh, in the foreground, I mean. Okay, back to the ochre sun. Oh, I'm just gonna put a little bit of warm yellow into that sun. But I don't think that I can be too aggressive with my colors because Titian's original painting got almost like limited color palette. Yeah, that's always nice to get some fingerprints, some DNA on that box. But look, now I have an excuse to what color this background sea should be. I think we can even be as daring as to bring in some of that yellow on top of the clouds a little bit. Like welcome it in up here, you know. Yeah, this right here is a bit of a mess. Yeah, that island right there. Black Velvet and Little Boy Smile. Black Velvet with slow southern. Oh, it's Black Velvet and the Little Boy Smile. I can't sing. That's a good song. I am thinking, but it's just me. How come that he's not having a shadow from the mountains in the water? Maybe I'm just gonna put in on mine because I want to. So there's a little bit of hint of shading from the mountains. Could be a little darker. Okay, I'm sorry for not talking so much on this stream, but I am I'm slowly getting sucked into the painting session. Oh my god, we also got some cherubs in the sky eventually. Okay, but now we should concentrate about her because we're gonna paint her. Um, and before I do so, I just want to put in the golden horn of the because my bull need like golden horns, and I'm gonna do that with acrylic. Ugh. Hi, Sandra. Welcome to my stream. I'm decorating a box. In this cardboard box, I have some drawings that I'm working on, and they kind of live in this box. And it's been on my table for 3 weeks, so I was getting a little bit sick and tired of looking at the chipboard Amazon lookalike cardboard box. So my aim today is to decorate it. Yeah, golden horns, and they are a little bit pushed back. We could do like a shimmer. Oops. Works best if it follows the subject. A little bit. There's a little bit highlight on it. Okay, now for this woman, this crazy woman. I think I'm gonna flesh her up and then with a monotone, flesh tone that I'm just gonna use what's in my palette and then come on top of that with white to do the highlight. Mm. When we were younger last week, my friends and I used to go to Toys R Us and arrange the plush animals in sexual position. Oh, you could count me in on that trip. That sounds like a pack of fun. Okay. I like and I dislike having to paint this lady. I think what throws me off is that she's got that strange position. And now I'm gonna swing the camera, so hold on to your lunches because I just want to show Sandra what I'm going to paint. Sandra, I'm gonna try and paint this lady here. Look at the way she's lying, like one leg up, one twisted head, like, ooh, it's not gonna be fun. So now, yeah, but the train has left the station, so we are on a mission. Okay, it's easier for me to start here. Wow, that was a really strange skin tone. Ooh, I cannot work with that. I have to mix my own. Okay, we got ochre on the palette. I'm just gonna wipe it off. That was like the strangest skin tone. Okay, we're starting back to scratch. We got ochre. We got something that looks like a vermilion. And then we got white. And then we got more white. Still too rosy. We gotta pick up even more white. getting closer. We're gonna put in a little bit of blue. I just wanna sort of kind of just wanna cool it down, more white, a little bit more of the red. Yeah, it comes off dark, but you have to keep in mind that with gouache, it's sometimes an advantage to start dark and then gradually add on the lighter color. So it's gonna look a little bit scary in the beginning here, but I think it's more natural to do it like this. And remember before I was talking about the color choice of these classical old painters. This painting was from year 1550, so it's been a hot moment since. But they don't shy from using black on their shadow areas, which is a little bit intimidating for someone like me. But we definitely know that this is an arm with a very nice armpit. Have you noticed how they don't paint hair in armpits on the old classic paintings? And it's fun because it's not, I don't think that they shaved their armpits. I'm just thinking about, did they already back then kind of assume that it's not flattering for women to have like hairy armpits or what? It's just strange how I think that I rarely see hairy armpits in toga wearing women on paintings, making it sound like I've seen a bunch of that kind of painting, which I have not. And yes, she is wearing a toga that's white, so I somehow need to. Maybe I should already now get that toga in. Um, there have to be some sort of shadow right here, I think. And then that's the toga. Okay, she's coming along slowly, slowly. I'm thinking like dark tone, mid tone, and then on top of that, highlight. So kind of work in those stages. And it's got like really bright elbow right there. And then we got some really bright areas here. And a foreshortened leg right there. Okay, let's get that toker in so we know how to dress her. Let's see. Titian painted in the same time where women were allowed to have a little meat on their bones. Yes, I've noticed that. Weird. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking the same. Like, it was a sign of wealth if you had a fat a fat wife. So, like I said in the beginning of my stream, when me and my hubby stroll down the street, they must really admire his wealth. But I think even it's a sign of I almost said religion. I can't even explain it. That you can bear kids. What's it called? It's a sign of being having like wide hips and good at bearing children. So yeah. Okay, toga. I'm not familiar with painting a toga, so I'm just gonna roll with it. I'm gonna let it spill out on this bowl also. That is like really, I don't know how to paint that darn toga. To me, it looks like a mishmash. Like Jane Davenport got that crazy hairstyle. I have to make like a crazy toga going nuts. I don't even know how to do it. Okay, it has a bunch of folds in it, so let's try and focus on the folds. Okay, I'm gonna bring in my tiny brush, and then we're gonna start just getting some of the folds in, because otherwise I'm getting lost in this toga. I kid you not, it's like painting petals on a rose. Don't really know what. If you don't know what your plan is, it's gonna go wrong. Okay, if we picture that there is like a bunch of folds in the toga right here, because it's like curled down, lying on her thigh. Botticelli's, is she called like Venus? Botticelli's, where she's coming out of the oyster. She too was kind of choppy. So I don't think it's that off. Um. Okay, let me just think. I need a flat brush. I'm getting lost in this toga. Okay, let's calm down. If I was fabric, I would lie flat like this with an edge, like that. And I would kind of come around the body like this, right? So, with that in mind, I would have some ripples in the fabric going this direction, right? It's an issue right here. I think I will choose that it's it's twirled, because then I can make it look like this whole area here, and then it would have like a shading back here. I think the shadow on the toga fabric would be ultramarine bluish. So let's try and put in some ultramarine. Oh man, I need a break from this toga business here. I want to embrace her chubby figure somehow without making it look like really weird. So I'm going in with a blue toned shade. And here the toga could be folded. Like it could be like a fold coming up. So the fold could have like a highlight right there, like ding. This is difficult. Okay, and down here on her arm, I think I would help myself a bunch if I put in the shadow. Oh my god. Okay, I need to carve out some sort of a neck. Hey, Mr. Taliman. Um, okay, let's just play with the shading from her upper arm. It would be shading her face somewhat like this. And then she's got a double chin. So believe it or not, we can have like a highlight on the chin here. Okay, have highlight here, highlight on the muscle from the neck. I'm sorry for not looking at chat. That's a highlight right here. And then her forehead is here. Okay, I'm trying to establish her twisted head. And she probably would have um okay light, especially on her forehead, and then gradually, sparingly on her cheekbone. Okay, now you should be alerted because now I'm getting like really silent. I lost my bearing with the chin. Okay, I should just step away from that face until I can see it in my imagination, because otherwise I will be painting in the blind. You know, if you don't have the clear vision in your imagination of how it should end up with. It's just like when you're driving a car and you're not really sure where you're gonna turn. You're kind of you're in the beginning of getting lost driving a car. And before you know it, you have driven like 2 kilometers in the blind. You can do the same when you're painting. like you are unsure of how, in what directions to turn things, and then suddenly you have painted a ridiculous area just completely out of with no direction. Okay, hals, duk, og så hår her. You know I'm in trouble when I switch to Danish, right? Danish hey. It's because now I want to isolate the ear. It would help me a ton with all this. All this is going to be her hair. Oh, I need a break from it. Ah, okay, I totally lost everything in chat. My father-in-law was a scrawny kid whose mother fed him lots of cream to try to fatten him up. Back in that generation, if someone was thin, they were considered poor. Oh, so it's like the opposite. Because today it seems like if you got your shit lined up and you're in control, then you're also skinny. Like sometimes I feel that people are judging other people on their success by looking at if they're a skinny or not. I remember that was what upset me the most with my friends, was when I gave birth and people were more focused on whether I lost the weight from the pregnancy than asking into how are your son, like how are the kids that you squeezed out. They were more focused, like it was a successful birth. If I managed to lose that extra weight super fast, that really threw me off. Okay, I am just fiddling here. If she's got like super chubby legs, then there's something wrong with the bend of her knee. Can you see that? I can see it. I think that her leg muscle. Oh my god, now I'm painting with a hole. They should be like more touching each other like this. And then, of course, in a darker color. Are you done with your dinner, Kathy? I could eat some meatballs. I actually like spaghetti with meatballs a ton. Okay, we're gonna have like a dark shadow. I would have her leg touch each other like this. Yeah, this is a long painting process. But I think that soon I'm running a little bit out of juice and would have to end the stream. Because I feel I got some. I bumped into some problems with the head that I need to, you know, take a break, get away from it, and then come back. And then sometimes when you come back, you can just like tuk tuk, like make those two strokes where you like bam bam, and then you get the proportion locked in, like it was a piece of cake. Have you ever tried that? It's magical when it happens. It's when you kind of notice that you're off with something, but you can't really help yourself to see where it is that you're off. and then you put in like two brush strokes and it makes the whole difference. Ah, yeah. Hi, Amber. Okay, I think that I will kind of maybe end the stream and then take a break from this and then continue painting on it. But before I go, I would like to show the box. It's this chipboard, cardboard thing where I have some of my drawings inside. And it was just looking so crummy, on my table. So I wanted to decorate it on top. And now I'm running into some issues here. I think what would help me on this issue that I'm having with the face is to go back with colored pencils and then try ever so slightly to because you see, I don't know if you see it, but I kind of know that I want my eye to be like this because she's going to look towards the shoreline, and I know that my nostrils must be visual like this. And then I also want her to have, and that's what's throwing me off. I want her to have like an open mouth. So she's like in terror. And then, of course, she's having an eyebrow right here. So maybe you can kind of follow that, her head is tilted. So her jawline is somewhat, you know, if it makes any sense. So that line right there is wrong. So I think I can approach the face better if I sit and just push with the colored pencil back and forth, maybe make her forehead a little bit longer. Yeah, I don't know. I think I should sit and fiddle with this off camera and suddenly, bang, she will be there. But I want the feeling of her looking towards this shoreline over here, like she's waving that red scarf in that direction for these. Yeah, and then that's what I think is so funny. What's over here are a bunch of cows. So she's like waving to the herd of cows, like, help me, I'm getting kidnapped. So yeah, I think when it's finished, it's gonna be awesome, and I think it's hilarious. Just the tale that founded the name of the continent, Europe. So- oh, thank you, Amber and Kimberly and Kathy. I think I will say bye bye now and wish you guys a Merry Christmas. I promise to come on before Christmas, and I think tomorrow and Saturday will be a little bit hectic for me because, like I said, I am a procrastinator. So, of course, I'm gonna clean my house like a freak Saturday. I have had all week to do it, but I didn't even do anything. So, yep. But thank you for coming in and just hanging out while I'm sitting and painting this. It was really cool. And I hope you enjoyed it too and that it wasn't too tedious. But it is difficult for me to do this, like it's not like that I can wing it out. So it's gonna take like 2 or 3 painting sessions. But Merry Christmas, yes, Merry Christmas to everyone, and I hope that you have an awesome holiday. Bye bye.